Hey, what's going on, guys? Mutt Sniper here. Welcome back to another Madden 17 Ultimate Team sniping video, guys. And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different on the channel. Normally for my videos, all I would do would just find a new filter or even use a filter that I just like, snipe some cards on there for a little bit, and then call it a day. But for today, I kind of wanted to make more of an experiment slash how-to video. And so basically this entire video is going to be focused on still sniping, but also on overpricing. So basically what that means, I'm just going to be sniping cards like I normally would, but the heavy focus of the video is going to be me trying to price those cards for as high as possible. You guys will see here in a little bit, I'm going to go on Mudhead and see like the highest prices it's sold for and try to get a really high price as well. And I'm just going to show you guys how many tries it takes me to get that price. Now, I was planning on waiting to do any snipes until the video actually started, but I was just checking a filter really quickly and I saw a Mohamed Sanu for 4,500 coins, which is what I'm showing you guys on the screen right now. So I kind of had to get that one before the video started. But that is actually going to be the first one that we're going to go ahead and overprice. But before I do that, if you guys could all go down below the video and drop a like on it, it'd be much appreciated. We killed it on yesterday's video. I only asked for 250 likes and we ended up hitting over 350 likes, which is amazing. So thank you guys so very much for that. If we could even hit 250 once again on this one, that would be absolutely amazing. So go down there right now and drop a like. But yeah, so as you guys can see now, I am on the Mudhead completed sales thing. If you guys don't already know about this website, I don't know how you wouldn't, but in the off case maybe you're new to my channel or something, I'll leave the link to it down in the description below. Just a really great tool to use if you're going to be sniping, and in my opinion, it's 100% essential if you're going to be sniping. Anyways, though, as you can see, mine was actually the last completed sale of this card, and it's even highlighted in green, which means it's like a Mudhead certified snipe. Like, it was a really good deal I got on that, and you can see 4,500 coins right there. Now, just looking over this, it seems pretty much the highest this card ever goes for is 20,000. So that's what we're going to be putting us up for. As you can see, right before mine, 20,000. And then really, pretty much, there's another 20,000 here 3 hours ago. And that's about it. Other than that, in the past, looks like 24 hours, it has not gone for any higher than that. So we're just going to see if we can get 20,000 coins as well. Now, basically, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put a bunch of these cards up, and then I'll take a cut, and then come back after the hour has passed for all of them. We'll see which ones have sold and which ones haven't, and then based on that, obviously the ones that haven't sold yet, I'll go ahead and put up for still an overprice, but maybe a little bit of a cheaper price so that I can try and make sure it sells on at least that second try. Anyways, we're now back on the Xbox here. We're going to go ahead and put Sanu up for 20,000 coins, and hopefully that'll sell. By the way, guys, I don't think I explained it really that well. I'm not going to be trying to get like 20 snipes and put all those in this video for you. Essentially, what I'm going to be trying to do is just get like 5 snipes in total and then just try to overprice all 5 of those cards and get them to sell and just show you guys that process. Just kind of felt I needed to give it a little bit more explanation because I don't think I really explained that part of it too well. Ooh, alright, this is a good one here. Brian Beluga for 24,500. Nice. Now, one thing I am going to go ahead and do is put some contracts into this, because especially if I'm trying to sell a card at a super high price point, if somebody sees it with one contract, they're probably not going to want to buy like the most expensive one they're seeing. And I have like 15,000 contracts plus 25 contract packs, so it's not going to be much of a cost to me. I actually had to grab this Aaron Ripkowski for 19,000 coins while I can as well, and we'll put both of these up for something overpriced. Alright, so first up, we're going to be looking at Brian Beluga. By the way, I'm not sure if that's actually the way you say it. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. I'm bad at name pronunciations, especially when they look like that. Anyways, we bought ours right there. You can see it 24,500, which actually looks like it was a really good one. So the highest one, obviously, would be this 40,000 one here. Now, I'm not always going to be the highest price, just because I want it to be realistic as well. As you can see in the past, looks like just over a day, it's only sold for that 40,000 price point once. It is a little bit higher. I'm not going to aim too much lower than that. I'm still going to go pretty high. So basically, according to this, the card is worth about 35k. It looks like the median price it sells at, I'd say it'd be about 34.5-ish. So you know what? Honestly, if I want to call this an overprice, I kind of have to go pretty big on it. So I'm going to get as close to 40k as possible without actually getting to 40k. So pulling on my Xbox here, that means that I'm going to go for 39,750. We already did put some contracts on it. I don't even know how many you have to put to get rid of that. I think you only have to put like 5 or something. I just went ahead and put 15 because I have too many contracts anyway, so I figured I'd be nice to the person who's paying way too many coins for my card. But there we go. Our first attempt at trying to overprice this card, 39,750 coins. All right, next up here, Aaron Ripkowski. Where's mine? There we go, right there. 19,000 coins I paid for him. this one should be interesting. He seems like one where he really only sells for 20,000 coins a lot. Then he also like peaks up here a lot. Look at that. There's two that just sold recently for 28,000. This one's 31,000. That one's 30,000. Well, I think that pretty much makes this one clear. I'm going to have to aim for 30,000 coins on this one. So we'll jump back on Xbox here and put him up for 30,000 coins. Obviously, once again, not going to be the highest price he's been sold for, but it'd be a lot higher than most people sell him. So if we can get 30,000, that'd be awesome. Let's go for it. By the way, you guys are going to see my coins just went up a little bit. That wasn't one of them. That was actually a Michael Vick card I had up selling. By the way, also want to mention the reason I chose the NFL playoffs filter is because I think these cards are kind of easier to overprice. Obviously, there's a lot of other cards that'll be easy to overprice as well, but there's also some cards that aren't so easy to overprice. So the next cheapest one of this card is up for 15,000, so we're going to go ahead and buy that one for 10,000. And if I go ahead and pull up Mutthead here, you can see he really doesn't even sell for 15,000 too often. But given that that's the next cheapest price he's up for right now, and his last sale was at 18,000, and there's one here for 18,000 as well, I'm going to try to go for the... Oh, wait, no, there's actually one here for 28,000 as well. 22,500 there. Well, I'm actually not going to be aiming that high, but I am still going to be aiming relatively high. I'm going to go ahead and go for 20,500 coins. Well, it landed on 20,025, so we're going to go for that one. Obviously, though, if we could get that, that would be a huge overprice on this card. So, boom, we'll toss them up for that. So, that is now 4 cards we have overpriced up on the auction house. We're going to try and get one more before we take a break and see if they sell. So, you know what, guys? I didn't actually think this one to be a snipe, but it really is. And not really a snipe, but just one that's going to be an easy flip. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Mudhead here, though, and show you guys what I mean. So if you guys don't already know, I basically follow what I like to call a 10% rule. And as you can see, Mudhead's evaluating this thing at 175,000 coins. So the way I figure out the 10% rule is I take 10% of that, which is just about 17,000 coins, and then subtract it from that, which is going to give me 158,000 coins, which means that if I sell it at 175,000 coins, that's how many coins I actually get. And then I subtract that same number again to figure out what price I want to snipe it at, because obviously I always want to be making at least 10% of what I pay for the card. So you can do the math yourself probably. 158,000 minus 17,000, going to be 141,000, which is basically what I just paid for. I paid 140,000. Now, if we look at the Mudhead completed sales here, obviously not a card that sells too much. This first page actually is going to go down all the way to about, looks like, January 29th, which is like a week and a half ago. So these prices aren't going to be too realistic. We are still overpricing it, but we're going to focus on what it sold for in the last day for our overprices. So in the last day, the highest it sold for is 185,000, but right here, not too long before that, it was selling for 196 and 195. So pulling on my Xbox one more time, once again, we are going to shoot pretty high here. I'm going to go ahead and put mine up for like right in the middle of that and go for 191,000. Now, I'm honestly really only hoping for like 1 or 2 of these to sell on the first try. I'm assuming most of them are actually going to take about 2 to 3 tries, but I guess we'll see. Anyways, 191,000. If we can get that for him, that's going to be some awesome profit. Let's go for it. So I went to do one last sweep on the auction house, and I see this guy for 7,700 coins. We have to grab that and overprice it. So as you can see, once again, according to Mudhead here, this card's worth almost 16,000 coins. This should be an interesting one to overprice. As you can see, it sells for 20,000 actually kind of frequently. Has some really high spikes here, 24,000, 27,000. So 20,000 actually seems a little bit too easy for me. We're going to go just a little bit higher than that, and we're going to go for 21,000. And once again, if we could get 21,000 out of this, that would end up being huge profit. That'd be over like 10,000 coins in profit. So they're actually, you know, we're going to do 20,750. It just looks a little bit better to me. I think people are more likely to buy that, and it only going to lose me 250 coins. And as I said, I don't expect all these to sell on the first try. Honestly, I don't even expect all of them to sell on the second try, but hey, who knows? Anyway, 20,750. Let's throw them up. So bam, as you can see, all 6 of these cards are up. And as you can also see, it took me a while to get these. For some reason, this filter was just super slow today, but I wanted to get my snipes on this one because I knew these cards would probably be the easiest ones to overprice. Anyways, I guess I'm going to go ahead and wait an hour, and then we'll see which one of these sold. Alright guys, so I just got back after an hour, and I think at least a couple of them sold because my coins just went up a ton. As you can see, right off the bat here, Alfred sold, Sanu sold, McDaniel sold, Ripkowski sold. Okay, and that's all. Wait. That's 4 of them though, right? Unless I missed one. Let's go check. All right, so yeah, we can see here 4 of them sold. The only 2 that didn't sell was the really expensive one, the Daniels and the Brian Beluga. Not a problem though. We will go ahead and repost these. I cannot believe that 4 out of 6 of them sold in the first try. Because like those cards were super overpriced, dude. So I actually can't remember what I put. I think I put this one up for 191K. I don't know what I put the Brian Beluga up for. I'm going to go ahead and look at Mudhead and figure out what new prices I want to do. I want to say we tried like 39K on the Brian Beluga. I believe we bought ours at 24,500. So I'm going to do 38.5. I don't remember exactly what we did the first time, but I want to go to 38.5. And also, I guess, just so you guys know, the reason I'm picking 38,500 is because if I sell it at that price, I still make over 10,000 coins on the snipe. So we'll put him up at 38.5, and hopefully he sells within this hour now. So now for the Daniels, we are going to tone it down a little bit. Not too much, though. He did sell 3 hours ago for 185,000. That's the highest he's sold for in the past 24 hours, though. I'm going to go for it, though, because he sold at least, looks like 2 times for 179,000 as well. I think we'll actually do 184,000. Once again, I know it's not that much different, but I just feel like these little changes in prices can make such a big difference to like people's eyes. Like this looks a lot better than that. I don't know if you guys agree with me. I just think that looks more appealing to buy. So we're gonna put it up for 184,000. That's still good profit. Obviously not as much of an overprice, but nonetheless, it's still an overprice. Like realistically, if I wasn't trying to overprice this, I probably would just put it up for 175,000 coins. This was like an extra 9,000 coins. So in the grand scheme of things, it actually is a pretty big difference. Like an extra 9,000 coins is a decent amount. So boom, we tossed him up for 184,000. I guess those are gonna take another hour to sell. All right, guys, so once again, been another hour. I'm gonna go ahead back out here and hopefully they both sold. So it looks like, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So only the Brian Beluga sold. That's still good. That one only took 2 tries. Unfortunately, though, this Mike Daniels did not sell. I guess we'll have to keep working on this one. So I guess the thing to learn here is that it's a lot easier to overprice the smaller cards, and probably not so easy to overprice these bigger cards. I don't want to have to put this card up more than 3 times, so I'll probably end up settling and going for the original price I was going to go for, which I think was 175,000 coins. Obviously, I still make good profit off it. Unfortunately, I just had to put it up 3 times instead of once. That's really not that much of an inconvenience when it comes down to it, and in my opinion, it was worth putting it up those 2 extra times just to try, because, you know, clicking auction and going up there really quickly, you know, that's maybe a minute, if that, of effort. So putting in an extra 2 minutes of effort on a card to potentially make an extra 12,000 or so coins, in the end, I think it was worth it. Do want to quickly say though, if you guys want to see what price I end up selling that card for, and also if you guys want early access to the filters that I use in my video, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I do post filters early on there, and I will be showing the price that I end up selling this card for on there. If you just want to search it up on Twitter, it's at the Mutt Sniper, or the link is in the description if that's easier. Pick whichever one, but yeah. Anyways, though, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it and have it already, be sure to put a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and comment down below any suggestions or tips you have for me. And I'll catch you guys in my next video tomorrow. Goodbye.